Chinese company Moonshot just released the most intelligent open-source AI model in the world. It is comparable to, and sometimes even outperforms, Fable 5 and GPT-5.6 in different benchmarks, while costing much less. So I've been testing it for the last few days now, and in this video, I'll break down everything you need to know about Kimi K3, and then we'll test it against the world's best AI models to date. So Kimi K3 is a new 2.8 trillion parameter model released on July 16th by Moonshot AI, which makes it the biggest and most intelligent open source model we've ever had. The reason it's such a big deal is that this is the first time an open source model has reached the frontier level of intelligence, and sometimes even beaten it. So this is the benchmark that everyone is pointing at. This is Arena AI's front-end development benchmark, where developers vote on the outputs blind, and Kimi K3 is sitting at number 1, outperforming Fable 5 and GPT 5.6 with a decent gap. So the model is really good at front-end development, but let's take a look at some other benchmarks to get a better picture of how good this model actually is. On coding, the model is really competitive with Fable 5 and GPT 5.6 Sol, and sometimes it beats them, like in this case, in SWE Marathon and Program Bench. But sometimes it falls behind, as you can see in Deep SWE. Overall though, it holds really close. On Terminal Bench, it's half a point behind Sol, and on Frontier SWE, it's beating Sol by 10 points, while losing to Fable by 5. Now, on the benchmarks testing agentic and visual capabilities, Kimi K3 looks even stronger. It beats both models on BrowseComp, Spreadsheet Bench 2, and Automation Bench, and it keeps second place on all the others, except GDPVal, where it drops to third. So it's a really strong model, but I wouldn't treat it as a Fable 5 or GPT 5.6 killer. It has its own strengths and weaknesses, but here's why you still might want to use it. Kimi K3 has a 1 million token context window, and it's priced at $3 per million input tokens and 15 per million output, which is almost 2 times cheaper than GPT 5.6 and more than 3 times cheaper than Fable 5. The catch is speed. K3 is noticeably slower than both of them, and since it runs at max reasoning by default, even simple requests burn a lot of tokens. And a couple of days ago, Moonshot published the full model weights on Hugging Face, so technically anyone can download it. But realistically, you're not running this thing locally. It's just too big. You'd need an actual data center to serve it. And that's not me guessing. Moonshot themselves recommend running it on supernode configurations with 64 or more accelerators. So here's how you can actually use it. The easiest and most common way, and the one I'd recommend, is to just head over to kimi.com, and in the model picker, you'll be able to choose K3 and use it in a familiar chat interface. They also have a mobile and a desktop app in case that's the way you prefer to work. But for more complex coding projects, they also have Kimi Code, which is basically their version of Claude Code. That's what I personally prefer for my work, and that's what I'm going to use in today's testing. To install it, just copy this command and paste it into your terminal. Then type Kimi to run it, and you're ready to go. All right, so let's actually put it to the test against GPT 5.6 Sol with extra high reasoning, and Fable 5 with effort set to ultra code. The first prompt I'm gonna run is to create a browser game, a top-down arena shooter in a single file without external assets, and then a list of details on how the game should work. Every model one-shotted it with no errors or bugs, and you can see the result of each of them side by side. And honestly, all 3 games play pretty much the same. They all work, they all feel smooth, and the only real difference between them is how they look. So let me quickly walk you through each one, starting with Fable. The game looks pretty simple and minimal. The movement and shooting work fine, and you earn points for killing enemies. It also gets harder with every next round, like it's supposed to. And when I run out of health, it shows my final score and that the game is over. Very simple UI. GPT 5.6 and Kimi K3 do all the exact same things. Same scoring, same difficulty scaling, same game over screen. The only difference is the UI. And in this case, I feel like GPT 5.6 made the most beautiful one, while Fable and Kimi K3 both kept it very simple and minimal. And the cost is where it gets interesting. Kimi K3 and GPT 5.6 completed this task pretty quickly and cost about the same, 31 cents and 28 cents respectively. But Fable got stuck in a loop for a while, spawned a few sub-agents for testing and so on, and for the same task, it cost me $20.72. Alright, for the second test, the prompt I'm going to run is to build a mobile-friendly gacha game website themed around the classic of Mountains and Seas, which is an ancient Chinese book of mythology. Each card has to show a mythical creature in that art style, with smooth animations when you draw, the creature's lore right after, and a bestiary, where you can look at everything you've unlocked. Let's take a look at the result built by GPT 5.6 first. It's a very simple and aesthetic website. When I click this Enter the Mist button, it unlocks a new creature with a beautiful animation and shows the image, the name, the description, and your omen. And if we close this up and go to the bestiary, we can see everything we've already unlocked and how many are still left. Very aesthetic and beautiful website with clean animations. Now, this one is built by Fable, and as you can see, it's only optimized for mobile, but the logic works the same. We click the button, unlock a new creature, read about it, and it goes into our collection. The only difference is Fable wasn't able to generate actual images, so it had to draw them as SVGs, which doesn't look as good as the previous one. And the animations don't feel as smooth either. Finally, here's the result by Kimi K3. It also wasn't able to generate actual images, but overall, the UI is much cleaner and more aesthetic than Fable's. It's also the only model that added sound effects when you unlock a new creature. For this test, I still think GPT 5.6 did the best, and I'd give K3 second place. But if it could generate images, that would be my winner. And if we look at the cost, again, Kimi K3 and GPT 5.6 are pretty similar, 31 cents and 47 cents. And Fable spent $2.62 for completing the exact same task. And that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts on Kimi K3 in the comments. And if you want to try it yourself, all the links are down in the description. I'll see you in the next one.